Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Happy Thursday to everyone. And I said to myself, self, Jaylee, first of all, I put a shirt on, which is what I'm doing right now. But I was making my thumbnail, and I felt like it is some random topics, okay? And it's a lot of foolishness and whatnot, mainly because of the coach here in Michigan that is all over the news and whatnot because of his antics. I said, girl, since it's a bunch of foolishness, your thumbnail should look like a bunch of foolishness, okay? I said, girl, you can't get no color scheme because nobody gonna match, okay? You can't do any of that. Just Google some names and whatever you find, my water spoon, whatever you find, that is what you will use, okay? Be that Nicki Minaj always looking crazy when she is in her makeup or whatever. And I found a good old photo of the Tasha of the K. Okay, I was like, look, I just could not focus to get a good cohesive thumbnail. But to me, okay, this is as cohesive as I could get based on the randomness of the topics on the blogs today. Okay, whether it's Tasha K and Nicki being trolls around here, Cardi be adding, and I said, girl, I'm gonna even get an old picture of Cardi. Okay, I got a real blurry picture of Tammy because she blurred the line between what she said and what we heard her say. And now my ice is frozen and I can't drink it. Okay. We Portia up in the corner. Okay, Candace from the Housewives of Potomac is up there looking crazy as usual because she can't let shit go. And I feel like this thumbnail represents it's been a crazy week. You come on, a gumbo, just throw whatever in the pot. Okay, throw it all in the pot. Okay, and whatever comes out, that's what we're drinking. Okay, that's it. Now, will I possibly move some things around? once I'm done on this live, and would I possibly do a better thumbnail? This is a possibility because I could have, worked on a thumbnail, but I didn't because I was laying around. And at 9:02, I was like, let me do a thumbnail and let me put on a shirt. I did not put on no lipstick, but hey, y'all, my bun is messy as ever. Then yesterday, yesterday, I recorded a review for Bel Air and for All Fair. Okay. And when I went to listen back to it, the boom, boom, boom sounds coming from not me, but my neighbors made the video this too. I couldn't bear it. It made my sound dumb, and so that was two wasted videos. That's why y'all did not get videos yesterday, because I recorded them and they were not up to my standard. Okay, so that also aggravated me. So I would end up re-recording those and uploading them either Saturday or Sunday. But we're here today. Okay, we are here today. But if you have not known, we have been here doing content and whatever. So y'all go watch the other stuff. Okay, go watch whatever else. Okay, go watch it. But today we have this plethora of gumbo topics. Okay. And I had a picture of the coach looking a bit different, but I said, no, use the one with a policeman behind him because that speaks volumes. Okay. Should I put lipstick on? I feel like, I'm real bare, child. Y'all look, remember I had that tan that would not go away? At least it's gone. At least the tan is gone. I'm in my Do Not Disturb sweatshirt. Y'all know this is one of my favorite sweatshirts that I could not find because I have too much stuff. And I found it, and now I want to wear it every day. Okay. But hello to y'all who are here. Make sure that you are liking the video. Okay. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel, commenting in the comments. It's the interaction. You got to interact with me so YouTube know I'm not a robot. I'm not AI, and y'all like me. Okay, that I am entertaining. You have to interact for YouTube to know, hey, you should promote her video, YouTube. That's how they do it. Okay, so make sure y'all around here liking and commenting and subscribing. World on my shoulders. Okay. And all of that. Let me see my best friend song. But yeah, look, when I Google Tasha K, mainly, old photos of her come up, and I am a firm believer in this. Once you become famous, infamous, searchable, you should make sure there are photographs of you that you want to be used, because there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than people finding bad old photos of you because that's all that's out on social. Now that was her when she was real bad. Okay, around here doing all of the messiness of it all. Okay, her around here talking cash money on people. Okay, y'all make sure y'all liking and commenting and all that stuff. Y'all I don't know why my eyes always do this, because I don't think be doing nothing, and I don't have my extra. Y'all, let me get my metal straw. Hold on, y'all. Give me one. Y'all, give me 20. Give me 25, or I need like 5 seconds. Y'all, 5 seconds. I feel like once I play the thing, you gotta listen to the whole thing, okay? And I had to crush up my ice. But yeah, okay? Now, my ice is getting so frozen. Child, so frozen. But hello to y'all. Hey, 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 hey. Hello. Okay, we miss you as well. We miss everybody. Okay. Come on, I just finished dinner up in here. Now she's not Tasha scaring. But that's how she used to act. That's how she used to, Tasha had that peacock short do. Y'all can correct up his eyes. She had the peacock short do. Okay, she had the little wine. A teddy bear was always sitting behind her. And so this is the Tasha I recall from back in the day. So this is why I don't need to make myself no drinks. Because I make myself a drink and then it gets stuck. Lord Jesus. Okay. But hey. I am comfortable. Okay. Because y'all almost thinking a video. Y'all almost thinking a video. I was around here trying relaxing and minding my business and not doing thumbnails. Okay. And whatnot. But again, hey. Okay. Hey to you too. Have a drink for me. Is it Thursday? What's football is on today? Just Thursday. My ice is stuck. But as you see, I did put a shirt on. And I did make a thumbnail. Okay. Some food shopping. Yeah, I'm trying. I need a drink of water. And I feel like I'm just messing up stuff. This is why I should have been doing all of this instead of running my mouth. And I was running my mouth, child, because it's not sloppy today. Okay, there we go. Lord Jesus. Who would think ice would be so difficult? But let me get to sharing my screen, okay? Because we're going to get into all, because I got some jokes. Because one, I'm tired. Okay, that's one. I have an early morning meeting tomorrow. So this will not be a long chat. I'm gonna get water on my mouse pad. I am so not prepared today, but we are going to have a good time cracking jokes. I have not put my stories together at all, but that's also okay because sometimes that's what happens. I can finally put the stick in the hole and just hit it really hard. If you keep hitting, if you stick the stick in the hole, it will eventually go down. See? Like a virgin. Anyway, not fussing and fighting. Look, people gotta stop fussing and fighting. Because there ain't no point in doing any of that. Okay, let's get to first of all, I get offended, okay, when fat people and plus size people do dumb stuff. Because y'all know every time you are a plus size person and you do something, that is crazy, they like, look at that fat. Okay. Stick it in, Jaylee. That's what Coach said. I just feel like I have a let me make my hold on. I'll be closer to that. I have a full like metal stick that usually works. Okay, but what happens is sometimes I'll get my ice, and then I'll put cold water and it just freezes up. And I don't be thinking. I don't be thinking. I was trying to teach y'all if there is a thick hole, okay, that you're trying to get through. You're trying to just get through it. If you just keep ramming If you just keep going, you lubricate it a little bit. Okay, you lubricate it to make it real smooth. Okay, and that's what the ice and the water is for. Okay, and if you just keep going, you'll hit the bottom. Anyway, I seen this story. Okay, of this lady right here, and I first seen it on TikTok, and it aggravates me. This is my thing. You look, you can't. This is gonna sound crazy, okay? But look, it's been a crazy day, and am I in a mood? I think I'm in a mood. I think I'm in a mood. So I think it's gonna be foolishness. So I want to apologize in advance, okay? Because I'm pretty sure I am going to say a lot of inappropriate things, okay? Because it's an inappropriate time, okay? So if you are offended easily, get the oh, okay, you heard me because I just have things to say. Anyway, this is the rule, and it's not a fair rule, but it's a rule. Okay, you can't be plus size and do things like this because all people will see and all folk will say is that fat ass bitch did A, B, C, and D. Okay, so you can't do stuff as a plus size person. It don't matter you black, white, male or female. Okay, when you are a plus size person up here doing just disturbing things, all they will say is this fat ass bitch here. Okay, so DoorDash driver allegedly caught pepper spraying customers' Arby's order on camera. Now I don't know why this person, okay, would do this. So they come in to give the food. Okay, let's watch. They're gonna do let's spray.
My wife had started
Bitch, why would you do that?
eating, and she started choking and gasping, and after she had a couple bites of her food, she actually threw up. Pepper spray, it's more than likely what it is, but now in this day age, it could have been anything. Could have been rat poison, it could have been fentanyl. I mean, my wife could have been dead. Definitely want to see her prosecuted.
Now, first of all, the dog was barking because the dog knew. Okay, the dog knew this blue hair bitch is up to no good. Okay, blue hair, white shirt, blue jeans, up to no good. Put the food down, took a little picture, snap, spray. Now, why would you do that? Now, I don't know if maybe blue hair lady is fucking that lady husband. I don't know if she's fucking that lady. I don't know. I don't know what would make somebody pepper spray, or even if it ain't pepper spray. I don't know why anyone would spray anything on someone's food. I get aggravated. Look, I hate when my food come and it smell like cigarettes or it smells like weed, meaning the driver been riding around all day smoking either on them cigarettes, on some cigar, or on some weed. I hate when the bag smell like you've been smoking. I can imagine if I get my bag of my food, okay, and you have sprayed something on my bag. First of all, I'm going to take this video to the police and tell them find the bitch before I do. Okay, because if I find a blue haired bitch, I'm gonna kill her dead. And again, you look like
My wife had started eating.
You could have killed that lady. Because I don't think anyone is supposed to eat pepper spray. I don't think you're supposed to. So again, who knows what happens? Okay, now I wouldn't even child be DoorDash and Arby's specials on me. Cause who would eat Arby's? They fries were good. Little curly fry, little cheese dip. But that's all I get for Arby's. Anyway, but you see the plus size shirt tucked in, blue hair, black roots lady, okay, holding a can, tackle her because she's a bandit. Okay. Again, people do dumb shit for dumbass reasons and I don't like it. Okay. Speaking of, and I say this a few times, remember the doctor guy? He was, where is it? He was the guy, okay, who was the veneer specialist, okay, was out here giving folk teeth and he was not licensed to do it at all. Okay, made $4 million for fake veneers. Okay, well, he now has 113 counts. Girl.
Viral on TikTok for veneer transformations is now in the Fulton County Jail. Good evening. I'm George Estevez in for Justin Farmer.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Linda Stouffer. Authorities say the man is not a dentist and never has been, and they say he's been putting patients at risk. In a Channel 2
you have to be careful when you let anybody do anything in your mouth. Okay, you can't be not y'all little hold on, not y'all little Arby's. Do you? Child, you never had. Not do fries come with the shake. But back to this man. Again, you have to be careful when you let anybody do anything in your mouth. Okay, that's just a rule of thumb. Okay, that comes for dentists. Okay, people. Okay, food. You have to be careful. Okay, everything you come in contact with is not meant to come in contact with your mouth or your throat. So you gotta stop letting anybody put stuff in your mouth.
News exclusive. Consumer investigator Justin Gray is live in Northeast Atlanta after going along with investigators who raided the business. Justin.
Yeah, these are the 8 felony criminal warrants. Investigators still there at this hour. They called this Operation Toothache, and a deputy district attorney figured out what was going on here by seeing a viral TikTok. Investigators raided what looks like a high-end dental practice in Northeast Atlanta. Check out social media. You see the specialty of A-List Smiles Atlanta, veneers.
It does look reputable. It does look professional.
So again, he was arrested back in October 2024. Okay, fully arrested because he was around here putting the wrong things in folks' mouths. Well, now he has, again, it was 113 felonies. I need to see the list of felonies. Hold on. Where is it? Okay. 1 count of violation of the Georgia RICO Act, 54 counts of theft by deception, 24 counts of practice of dentistry without a license, and 2 counts of practice of medicine without a license, 21 counts of battery. Did they that probably mean every time he did work on someone's mouth, that was battery because he was beating up the teeth? Is that what it was? I don't know. 6 counts of possession of dangerous drugs, 1 count of theft by taking, 1 count of commercial gambling, 1 count of conspiracy to commit insurance fraud. Why y'all stop insurance fraud and people? Okay. 1 count of conspiracy to defraud political subdivision of the state. 1 criminal solicitation to commit. Girl, he going to jail. Okay. To be charged, I can't even count that high if I'm in court. In court, anything over 2 counts, I'm out. Okay. 113 counts. They say he made $4 million. And is it a RICO? It's a RICO. Y'all, RICO. Y'all should never want to play the RICO games. Okay. And probably because it was an organization that he was acting like he was a dentist office. He had people working for him. He was defrauding people. It was deception. All of that falls up under RICO, bitch. Okay. So again, they say you made over $4 million by charging thousands of dollars. And he was also training people to do it. I need to see your license from the state. Okay, I don't want to see no goddamn certificates from some man on IG. Okay, so again, he going to jail, and so the people teeth, I hope them teeth don't fall out. Because that's really weird. Y'all, here in Michigan, we got snow recently, and at a complex over here in Farmington Hills, child, the carport fell on all the cars. Okay. 20 cars damaged because the carport collapsed. And I'm like, first of all, who fault? Is that my renter's insurance? My car insurance? Can I charge the apartment complex? Because I don't know if my renter's insurance will cover the carport outside my building, because I don't think renter's insurance covers parking lots. I think renter's insurance only covers my apartment. But yeah, I will be pissed. One, I can't go to work. Why? My car is stuck under the carport, boss. What? I will go take a picture. I can't leave. Okay? The carport, and it was probably old. Because we haven't even gotten that much snow. We got a couple of little trinkets. We got a couple inches. So that had to be an old ass carport that probably should have already been replaced. Okay. So if your carport falls, call 911, because what else can you do? I'm not gonna do NIcki and them yet. I feel like it was some other random shit that I wanted to talk about, but maybe I'm tripping. Let me scroll. Now, when I saw this, 31-year-old Georgia man arrested after admitting to fatally shoot his mama and stepfather because he wanted to be alone. Well, move out.
Police say the suspect admitted to shooting his mother and stepfather because he was tired of them and wanted to be left alone. The shooting happened after his stepdad celebrated his birthday. The 911 call came from this Powder Springs home Saturday afternoon. Police say Martin Dewberry told dispatch.
Look, I was just having this conversation earlier today. I really feel like people be having mental issues, and you can't be ignoring crazy people in their red. He looked like a walking red flag. He looked like he's about to snap.
He shot his mother and stepfather.
I just looked out the window and I just saw a man coming outside with his hands up.
It's pretty scary knowing it's right next door.
In court documents we obtained, police say Dewberry told the 911 operator he shot his parents because he was tired of them and just wanted to be alone. Police say Dewberry told the dispatcher his mother was out celebrating his stepfather's birthday before he shot them. Investigators say Dewberry admitted to shooting his mother and stepdad as soon as they walked through the front door. Police say Dewberry shot his mother 4 times, then turned the gun on his stepdad, shooting him 3 times. Neighbors weren't sure what happened.
I was wondering what was going on, like what did he do?
Investigators carried out bags of what appeared to be evidence. Police say they tried to save the victims, but they didn't survive. Monica Brookins and John Wells were in their 70s.
I've said hi to them like in the car.
So you 31. Okay, you're a full grown ass man. Okay, if you want to be alone, if you're tired of other people, move out of their house. You shot and killed a 72 and 73-year-old parent and step parent because you got tired of them. Why didn't you just leave? Again, we can't ignore red flags.
But we never personally spoke, like had a conversation.
And And Dewberry doesn't appear to have a criminal background here in Cobb County outside of those most recent charges, including 2 counts of murder, numerous counts of aggravated battery. He did live with his parents. I asked police if they had been called to that home for problems in the past, but they didn't get back to me. Yeah, police say this.
Put your kids out. Okay? If your kids on their bull stuff, put their ass out, because no one has time for adult children being tired of their parents but not wanting to move out. And then you tired of them, you say, you know what, I'm gonna kill them. Why? Now why? Now you're gonna be in prison with a whole bunch of people. You're gonna have even less space to yourself. Sharing a whole cell with somebody, girl, anyway. Again, crazy people do crazy things for dumbass reasons, and Jesus, please fix it. I want to get to again, crazy children. Now, Florida, 25-year-old Florida man arrested for failing to his father after being told, "Get a job, facing rent."
Say that son came back to the scene of the crime and confessed to killing his dad. He told deputies the voices inside his head told him to shoot him. Neighbors heard the shots, but they did not know they were deadly rounds.
I thought I heard some fireworks. A couple loud ones.
Jeffrey Cook lives down the road from where Charlotte County deputies say a man killed his father in a driveway on Abscott Street.
I found out on the news that somebody had been killed. Somebody was murdered, and that was a real shocker.
Deputies say Melquan Stewart shot his father 6 times while he was in his car. Stewart told deputies his dad tried to drive away, but Stewart pulled him out of his car and shot him another time in the chest.
So again, insane children upset that, again, you at 25, you should get a job. Okay, even if I don't care if they're Dairy Queen. Okay, get a job somewhere, pay me at least $100 a month in rent. Okay, do something. But again, I promise you, I don't understand why people get upset with other people and then say, you know what, I'm gonna take them out. Okay, they want me to be responsible for myself. I'm upset. I'm gonna take them out. It's like, no. Don't do that. That's not smart, but I digress. Now, I want to get to the man in Michigan because I was like, what on God's green earth is 101? So when I first heard about this situation, okay, child, U of M coach, I think it's Sharon. I think his name was Sharon Moore. Him said that, but I can't remember. Was fired. Okay. Fired from being a head coach here at U of M, University of Michigan. That's the first piece of it that I heard. Okay, he was fired. Now, him told me that they didn't even really want that man as a coach. He was picked by the previous coach who left. Okay, so it wasn't even like, hey, we want you here, we're gonna hire you. It was like, well, no, the person before you said, hey, just come sit down because I'm leaving. Okay, that was one thing. Well, in the contract, allegedly, okay, you are not supposed to have any kind of relationship with other staff. Okay, it's like against the rules. We've heard folk in the past say, "Hey, it's frowned upon if staff date blah blah blah." But like, no, in the contract, a head football coach, you're not supposed to date people you work with. Well, he is married. Okay, he has 3 children, and he was having an inappropriate relationship with a possible person he worked with. Now that's his wife right there. So he is his white wife right there. Okay, and then allegedly, this is his alleged mistress. okay, who was also his assistant. And I'm like, why is you fucking your assistant? I'm like, again, look, it's not even about them happening to be white women, but you still out here making the dumbest decision you can make. Okay. Now, they alleged that he got the alleged mistress pregnant. Okay. And he wanted the girl to get an abortion. Okay. And they said he had a Plan B pill, DoorDash, to his office. Now, I say, first of all, a grown ass married man should never DoorDash a Plan B pill to his job. Okay. That's step one. Step two, if you are big and ballsy enough to cheat on your wife and get your mistress pregnant, and if you want to have a conversation about getting rid of it, go to the CVS, the Walgreens, okay, the Quickie Mart, go to the Piggly Wiggly, go to the store yourself and get the Plan B yourself. Don't be DoorDashing or Uber eating no goddamn Plan B pill. Especially don't send it to the office. That's just stupid. Okay. Also, it's alleged that he gave her a raise. Okay. She was making 58,000 in 2022 and 2023, but in 2024 and 2025, her salary was upped to 90K. But I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? What could she have been doing as an assistant to warrant a $30,000 raise? What? And did you think you gave her the raise, which was weird? You allegedly ordered a Plan B pill to the office, which is stupid. Folks have been, kind of seeing them together, but it's kind of okay because, again, she's the assistant. So that's not, too weird. But, he got fired. Okay, boom, he fired. And then we hear, oh, he's also, I said, he's arrested. What did he get arrested for? What happened? Now, TMZ, I'm not going to play it, but TMZ got the dispatch call where you just hear someone saying, hey, he's here, allegedly, assaulting a female. Okay, and the female has complained that he has been stalking her for months, which feels like, it feels like my job is aware that I'm cheating on my wife and that I am having a relationship with my subordinate, with my assistant, which is against the rules of my contract. They already don't like me because they did not hire me, but I'm still here. So they're going to fire me. So I'm going to get fired. It's going to be on the news. My mistress is pregnant. And my wife going to find out. So I'm probably losing my job. I'm probably going to lose my marriage. I'm going to probably be embarrassed all up and through because, again, of my decisions. And so he allegedly, because it's been things been said. Allegedly, they said that he went to the assistant mistress's house, apartment, her place of residence, okay, and was threatening to take her out and take him out as well. And I said, now why would you do that? Now what? Sir, if you don't take this licking and keep on ticking. Now he was because he was arrested at first. It did not have me details, but now he go to court tomorrow too. But to go from being fired to literally going to the person's house, allegedly to either assault him, cuss him out, or be pissed at them. When they said that he allegedly has been stalking someone for months, I feel like that meant she said, hey, I'm pregnant. He probably said, you can't keep it. She probably said, yes, I am. And that's how the fight started. He's right. I'm not, let me see. I'm going to ask. Y'all know I got to ask the sports writer of Philly's Corner. What is sports on today? I be forgetting what day it is. We watch it, but I don't know if he's the first black person as the coach there. He might. Oh, he like picking up his son. I think because he got up at 10. He's like, okay. Him will let me know in a second. But either way it go, I feel like you can't be so dumb when you are in a position of power to not only cheat on your wife, give the girl a raise, knock her up, and want to allegedly force her to have an abortion. And when the abortion threat don't work, you trying to would you gonna stuff the plan B put on the throat? I don't know. And now the whole thing is you've made everything 10 times worse. You then, go and threatening to take yourself out, to take her out as well. I'm sure his wife is pissed because why would you do this? For what reason? Why even play those games? Again, one, you should not cheat on your spouse. That's just, you just shouldn't. But secondly, if you're gonna cheat on your spouse, don't cheat with somebody that can get you, that will force you to lose your job. Because he didn't get fired for the affair or for the, for that. Well, he did. But he got fired because he fucked somebody that worked at the school. And that's against the contract. So I never understand why anybody puts themselves in the position to lose it all over vagina. Like, there's many vaginas. Fuck the girl at Arby's. I don't know. But like, why mess with somebody who you know what's wrong because you're hiding it. You know things are rude because you're hiding it. You sneaking around because you're married. That just does not make any sense to me. And now everyone's wondering, well, did he force? Because I'm like, was she pregnant? And because how many times could he got her pregnant? Okay, but it says shortly after he got fired, he went home to his wife, where she, they had a heated conversation. Okay, more allegedly threatened to off himself due to the scandal being exposed. He then left his house. So you left your home with you and your wife. Okay, went to the mistress's house. Okay, now I'm going to again kill you and me. It ain't even that bad. It's not even that bad. And if it was, why on God's green earth would you fuck the assistant? Now, her name allegedly is Paige Silver. He threatened to kill himself and her, put a knife to her throat, because saying, and allegedly put a knife to her throat, okay, because saying she ruined his life. Oh, you fucked her? Hey.
Hey, what up?
Hey,
I hold on before you go. I know I probably just jumped in. So go ahead. If you finish your point, then I'll jump in because I'm driving. So
no. Who is he the first black person in that role?
At the University of Michigan, yes. First black head coach.
So hold on. So he fucked it up for all the black people. Just say yes.
I can't say. I mean, he made us look bad in that position because if you remember, I don't know if you're familiar, that happened with Michigan State like a couple of years ago with their head coach. So it's definitely a bad look for Michigan sports, but definitely a bad look for him because he is the first black head coach of the U of M. And, you know, that's the job. Like anybody in coaching, that's the job. So, yeah, he fucked it up.
So what else you going to say before I haven't cracked out my joke shit?
Oh, no. How long you been talking about it? Because I was watching the game, and then I had to go pick up the boy from work.
Oh, that's what I you probably want to get the boy. A few minutes because I'm reading the thing, and it said that he said that she ruined his life, and that's why he wanted to threaten to kill himself and her, the mistress.
I mean, I won't say she did it. He more did it. And the reason I say that is because it's in his contract. Like, they presented him with the contract. This is in your contract. You can't do X, Y, Z. Which one of the rules is, by him being the boss, he can't sleep with a subordinate, which she is. So, no, she didn't fuck up his life. Like, he knew the rules. He just chose to play the game.
But, did they say that she got fired too, or they haven't said that part yet?
They ain't said that yet, but you know they probably have not yet because they got to cross all their T's and dot their I's because they got to look at the whole picture. If they just go straight firing her and something come up, then that's gonna fall back on the university. So they probably have. It's probably quiet, but it's not been confirmed that she's been fired yet. But definitely he's fired. But they probably got to look at her situation before they say, yeah, she is, because that can come back on them.
And he in court tomorrow, right? He in court tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't know what time, but whatever time it is, I'm going to be checking it out. I don't know if cameras will be allowed in the courtroom, but of course Twitter going to be on and all that type of stuff, so I'll be on it.
Oh, you'll be on it. So they said, was he a good coach?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on who you ask. Like, I think I told you earlier, the University of Michigan really didn't want him as the coach, but because Coach Jim Harbaugh, he went to the NFL. So he chose Coach Moore to succeed him. But all the scandals that happened with Michigan, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but you can Google it. But all these allegations and scandals that happened, like with spying and cheating, all that shit, that came on Jim Harbaugh. So he just left and went to the NFL. But by Sharon Moore being on his staff, they should have just got rid of the whole staff. That's probably what Michigan wanted, but he picked him to succeed him. So it's really like, well, let's go ahead and get him out the way. So shit, they got him out the way now. Now they ain't got to pay him that $12 million.
They also said that you always driving.
Shit, I'm always in the car. I live in the car.
Yeah, that's right. Plus, there's a time night it is. But I just hope, one, he should not kill himself, for one. That's crazy. But two, I think it's dumb to risk your career for just some coaching.
I mean, the thing is, you're right. But the thing with people, period, I can't even blame it on men or female or what. The thing with people, period, you do shit until you get caught. Like, he didn't think he was going to get caught. He thought, I mean, he got away with it for a year. And then no telling what the University of Michigan even knew. So that's going to be a whole nother story when all that come out. But I'm pretty sure they knew something. Like, this is not breaking news. This, at least the rumors been going on for the last couple of weeks, but it just came to light yesterday when some shit hit the fan. Now, what hit the fan to make them roll the dice, I don't know, but it all come out. It's going to be more people than Coach Moore. But
you think? Like, who knew?
The university knew. That's why they ain't saying they fired old girl, because there's been rumors that, something been going on between him and somebody at the job. So, yeah, they being real careful. In Michigan, they got a lot of shit on their head anyway, so they got to be careful. But, yeah, but it's going to be more than him. It's going to be more than him.
You have to be on your job now. I don't know sports stuff.
Yeah, that's $2. I don't talk too much. Yeah, it's $2. But
$2?
Yeah, $2.
I gotta send $2. Okay.
But I mean, shit. What else? I mean, I'm driving. What else you got on?
No,
like,
go.
Oh, you can finish talking your shit. I gotta get some gas now.
Real quick. You need his car, Lord Jesus. But no, he messed up his money and his family life up. Well, I don't think his family life is messed up. I think the wife, the wife's gonna get spousal.
Yeah, she gonna get some money.
Because he's not rich. He's probably wealthy.
I mean, he doing enough to get by. If he don't coach again, he'd be. I ain't gonna say he'd be straight. He ain't got like NFL coaching money, but if he did his money right, he'd be all right. And then I don't know what type of job she got too, because I don't think she just like a sit-at-home wife. So, I mean, they straight.
If they would have beat Ohio State, they would have kept it under wraps. Is that what? They would do that?
So this is the thing. So they lost against Ohio State. A couple weeks ago. So with them losing to Ohio State, first of all, Michigan can't lose to Ohio State, so that's like strike one. Strike two, they didn't make the playoffs. So it's just like, I put it like this: if they would have made the playoffs and they would have beat Ohio State, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But because it didn't happen, like I said, there's a lot of sports politics. It is what it is.
I wonder who was fucking her before he became head coach.
You said what now?
Could he be fucking her before he became head coach? Like before, like
probably not. I think she just got there like within 2 years, and this is his second season. So
only a second. Not.
Yeah, because Coach Harbaugh left in 20. He left in 23 seasons, so he coached 24 and 25. So this is his second season.
That is so stupid.
Man, yeah. And then also not putting the age on it, but he's 39 years old, got a couple dollars, he coaching the University of Michigan, so
that's like what Kwame did.
Yeah, it's a sexy job. So it's just like, they gonna take it. So it sucks for everybody involved. But
well, not him, because the Plan B pill was dumb. Her raise was dumb. Again, mess with anybody else that won't cost you your job and your livelihood. Why even give her a raise? Just give her some money out your pocket.
That's what he should have did. But he wasn't thinking. He thinking, I got this pool. So the university giving them that option to where go ahead and pay the people do what you want to do. So he paid old girl. Now you bump her from $58,000 up to like $98,000.
That's a 90.
That's a red flag right there. So you can't tell me somebody knew. Like you just cannot pay. You can't double nobody's salary and don't nobody know.
Well, he deserved whatever happens.
I agree with that because he made a choice. I agree with that.
You gotta leave white vagina is.
Nah, I can't. I can't put that on that.
I'm just saying because
the reason I say that too, because he married white. So like I said, that's his preference. So
but
what it is. Some people like light skin, some people like dark skin, some people like tall, some people like short. So that's his preference. I can't be mad at that.
I'm just saying though, you out here making dumb decisions over white vagina.
I mean, it's vagina, period. It's all got a price. So we can't say that. That's not fair. All of it is how you pay a little or how you pay a lot. It just happened. That's just his preference. So.
And now you're paying a lot.
Now you're paying a lot. So just like $12 million is a lot. Like you think about it, he's not getting another check from the University of Michigan. So if you break that down, whether you're getting monthly or whatever, if you just say, hey, $1 million a month. Or no, let's not do $1 million a month. Let's just say $500,000 a month. Just to throw a number out there. You ain't getting that shit next month. You ain't getting that shit the month after that. You're probably not gonna get another job coaching like that. Oh, it'll be some years before you get another coaching job like that. It'll be some years.
But do all schools have that clause where the you can't have you can't mess with staff, or that just like could that have been a clause in there because they knew he would do it?
I mean, it can happen at your job. I mean, really, if you're a position of you're a supervisor, really, you're not supposed to be messing with the lower end.
Yeah.
Now, I can't say if that's 100% true or if it's a fireable offense, but with the University of Michigan or that level of job, you can't do that. So I don't feel sorry for him because he knew the rules. He got lawyers and attorneys and agents who went over the shit with him, and he made a choice. So. Better luck next time.
It is cold outside.
That ain't that cold.
I can see your breath. I can see the coldness that you talk.
It's Michigan shit.
Well, them your people. So you have to now tell me what happened tomorrow, because I won't know.
I'll keep you posted. Like I said, it'll probably be in the morning time, so he get to see the judge. So I'll let you know what's going on. But
that's probably terrific threats to threaten to kill yourself and somebody else.
Oh, so back to that. So he at least gonna get aggravated assault because he pulled the knife. But also they said that he assaulted her. So it depends on what that means. I don't know if
wife or the mistress?
The mistress. So he had an argument with the wife, and then he went over to the girlfriend apartment. So that's where the shit popped off. So I don't know whether it's going to be. I know it definitely is going to be aggravated assault.
Watch your mouth.
Who, me?
No, not you.
Oh shit! I was
talking to a commenter.
Oh, okay. Shout out to the commenter. But yeah, it's gonna be at least aggravated assault for sure. But then depends on what he did in the apartment. So we'll see. But I'll keep you posted on what's going on.
I'll save other comments for private because you're gonna disagree anyway.
Cool.
Okay, go pick up the child.
All right, then.
And I'll see you later. $2.
All right, $2, please.
But do I get $2?
I'm working.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. So, as you see, him was the sports person here. I don't know nothing. One, he is not a clown. Okay, so we're not going to be disrespectful. Okay. So we're not gonna do that around here. Okay. Him saying preferences just means them being me saying white women. That's his preference. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. So watch your mouth. Anyway, we're gonna move on from that because that is all we had to get on there. But anyway, once he goes to court tomorrow and once they see what he is charged with, what his plea will be, okay, if there was some abuse or some kind of battery of the mistress, they might give more details. We shall see. But again, I am a firm believer in, some people do have a preference. Some people do like white women. Some people do like black women. I ain't gonna do that. But his point was that man preferred white women. That's on that man. Okay. That's it. That ain't his preference. Anyway, child, let me move on. But yeah, we'll see what happens with all of that. But again, people look. At the end of the day, the point of all of this is you can't make mistakes in life. Okay, meaning you cheat on your wife or you get a mistress pregnant, you are messing with someone you work with or whatever, and that causes a catastrophe in your life, and then your thought process is, well, she ruined my life. No, you made a decision. Okay? You made that decision to mess with that person. So it's like this, deal with your consequences. You lost your job. You will probably maybe lose your marriage, but you do not have to threaten to take either your wife out or the mistress out, because again, if you bang somebody and get them pregnant, you ruined your life, not them. You did that because you can't force anyone to have an abortion. Yes, his point was the color don't matter. He was chasing pussy, and really, that's the inside joke between me and him. So that's why, you know what? We're gonna put him back in the box. Okay. That was his point. But some folks, y'all, let me stop because anyway, what I want to go to, we did him already. Did y'all see one? What are you at? Child, when I seen Jay-Z and Blue, okay, at the game. I said, first of all, Blue Ivy is such a grown individual. I like her style and whatnot. She is a spitting image of her mama. Okay, up there with LeBron and Jay and Z or whatever. And so we're just seeing them sitting around there. And Jay-Z look, he like 60. No, he's not 60, he's probably 50. Like 50. But Jay-Z and Blue was around there, right? Courtside for the Lakers. But people realize Jay-Z looked like he drink all the good green juice. Okay, all the good vegan stuff that his wife drinks. But next to them, the girl, I'm like, maybe that's her friend. But folk was talking cash money about the person sitting next to Blue, okay? And it happened to be Floyd Mayweather's daughter and grand. But Blue looks great. Okay, I just can't wait. I can't wait. But no, because folks were talking about Floyd Mayweather's daughter. Now, can Floyd read now? It's a good 56. First of all, 56 is young. Okay, when I say he look, I feel like Jay-Z hasn't aged much, and to me, he looks younger now than he had before. So yeah, he's a young looking 56. But people were, again, you're sitting next to Blue Ivy. Okay. You know, Blue has her own style that she likes to dress up and have little styles, whatever. And Yaya, she's a mom or whatever, her daddy is a boxer. So Yaya was like, look, I like dressing cute and comfy and chill. I don't like wearing makeup all the time. I'm very secure in who I am. I have nothing to prove by getting dolled up and dressing any other way. I'm happy and so but my bank account. And I feel like trying to talk cash shit about somebody because they're dressed just differently than the person they're sitting next to. I'm like, what does it matter that she's in a regular ass outfit? Like, who does that? I've seen other folks sitting, front row somewhere, and like the girl, Floyd dressed regular degular too. They sound so cute. But again, I'm like, why you have some haters? Everybody don't dress like Blue, like Jay, like Beyonce. And he said, I am comfortable in some regular clothes. I'm lugging a damn kid around. I got a damn baby diaper bag. Leave me alone, bitch. I don't have time for y'all judging me. Oh, okay. Tasha K is a troll. Okay. Just like it with Nicki Minaj. Now, y'all know Tasha K was sued by Cardi B and she lost. She owed Cardi B $4 million. Now, Milagro, who got sued by Megan, and she owed Megan, I think, $56,000 or $59,000 plus lawyer fees or whatever. So Tasha and Milagro linking up is petty and trolling behavior to me. Okay, and she said, bitches that sued together, drank together. We ain't got it. Now, we know Cardi $4 million is a lot of money, and Tasha been saying for the past, a year or 2, 3 years or whatever, I ain't got it. I don't have it today. I don't have it tomorrow. I'm going to pay her a couple dollars every here and there, whatever, but I don't have it. But again, her and Milagro linking up, I'm like, y'all trolling. No one has time. And I would not even want to get in the weeds with fussing with Cardi and Megan, because we already know that Tasha K is not allowed to, she can't negatively comment on Cardi. She's banned from doing that, or it would cost her more money. And I believe they said Milagro might also be banned from negatively, commenting on Megan's side, and not in a way of, oh, the album flop or whatever. But you can't speak in a derogatory, negative way about them. You know what I'm saying? It's against the court rules. Well, no, Tasha did she has a payment plan because of the bankruptcy. And so she'll pay some money towards Cardi's debt for a while. But I'm like, I wouldn't even want to link up with a bitch who our only connection is we both got sued by rappers. Like, I would not want to be associated with that because I don't want to get into any more petty bullshit. But it also shows sometimes people feel like, bad press is still good press. Okay. But girl, please stop. Because we do not, because if Meg and Cardi do a song about y'all, then what? But again, they ain't got it. They need the money. Anyway, Nicki's a troll too. You know what? You know what makes me mad about Nicki Minaj? Nicki made it her mission to stay out of shit for a while. And out the blue, she's out here just code 45ing. And, even attaching herself. I'm like, the fact that Nicki is up here King with Jimmy Dean. I'm like, why? Girl, why? Why? Jimmy Dean sausage is just as bad as code 45. Okay, so I'm telling y'all, when y'all see Nicki post and stuff, Nicki is she is a code 45 supporting troll, but a troll nonetheless, and a VP getting his ass on the social media apps to say who is greater than or better than or less than in the rap world is so corny. Okay, and then Nick girl. So I just need y'all to always give Nicki the disappointing attention she deserves. She then said, nothing brings me joy like the Vance memes and knowing he leaned into it like a boss. Top tier comedy. Character equals 100. But make no mistakes, Vance is in, I can't say that word on here. Don't debate him on anything. Quick as a computer. Maybe quicker. Okay, he's the best blend I've ever seen of us and them. Bitch, what? So Nicki Minaj is up here being a Jimmy Dean sausage supporter. So she's a Colt 45 supporter, a Jimmy Dean. Here, I call him Jimmy Dean sausage. Because on social media, once you start saying people's actual names, it attracts, and I don't do all of that. Okay, so it's Colt 45 and Jimmy Dean sausage. Okay, that's it. That's it. And Nicki is out here just gobbling government dick for attention. Okay, just gobble, 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 gobble. Girl, stop. Okay, so I need y'all to acknowledge her fall from grace. And I don't mean that in the aspect of anyone who supports a Republican party is no. You can be a Republican person, but you also have to have common sense. Okay? And anyone who supports Colt 45 and Jimmy Dean sausage, we don't like you. Okay? It's a no. So she's a troll. Okay? Nicki, sex offender Marion Minaj is a troll. Okay? And we should not give her any love until she fixes her shit. Okay? We don't want her around here. Y'all, I was on, I think TikTok or Twitter. Do y'all remember Andy Dick? Are y'all old enough to remember Andy Dick? Comedian. He was an actor as well. But there was a video of him, I think maybe in LA, on the street, child, this zonked out. Okay, this over the den and whatnot. And I'm like, well, that's sad. Okay. But the getcha gotcha for me was, okay, he took crack from a stranger. Now, so the reason I call him Jimmy Dean sausage is because it's, JD, Jimmy Dean, Jimmy Dean sausage. So again, It's so that I don't have to say any part of his name. That's why it's Jimmy Dean, JD, and then sausage. So that's why I call that man Jimmy Dean, JD, and that's put sausage in. Okay, so that's why. Anyway, but yeah, Andy Dick. Okay. I'm like, why did you take crack from a stranger? Now, it's drug addiction is not funny. Okay, it's not funny. However, I promise y'all, when I read, I said he took crack from a stranger. Now, why would you do that? Because the video I saw of him on the street, like, zonked out, I'm like, that was a bad crack. I also don't understand why people still smoke crack. Like, I don't even feel like crack can't possibly be like fun to do. You know what I'm saying? Like it can't. I don't think the crack they made back in the 80s is the same in 2025. Okay, so I'm like, who is still around here? One, who making crack? Who passed down the crack recipe? Who? Because anytime you have something that is passed down from generation to generation, it loses a bit of translation every time. You can't tell me somebody has not changed the recipe from what was being done in the 80s to now. So Andy Dick been a crackhead. Because make no mistakes, anybody that does crack is a crackhead. Okay? Because I believe you can't do crack this once. You keep doing it. Okay? So I'm like, the fact that he's a crackhead getting crack from strangers on the street, I'm like, now that's weird. And he does not want to go to rehab. Fine, let him be cracked on. Girl, at least don't take crack from strangers. Okay, so again, he had an OD situation. He lived, he's alive or whatever. But I'm telling y'all, don't do crack. Okay, he does not want rehab. He wants crack. Now I'm like, now he's 59. Okay, and I'm telling you, doing crack when you're almost 60, you're gonna probably die. You're gonna probably die from crack. I don't know the rules. Because you can't even make this shit up. Y'all, Danny Kane is on tour. I put up on my page. Danny Kane was like, "Hey y'all, we're gonna do a concert." Now again, I'm put a little bit of sound. Y'all listening? Okay, I need y'all to listen real fast. Okay, so it's three of them. Is D Woods, it's Andrea, and it's Aubrey. Okay, who they round here is these three of them. Okay, and they're on tour December, and I was seeing it on TikTok. Okay, and I was like, I don't know. Okay, for me, I felt like Andrea and D Woods are dressed like backup dancers, and then Aubrey is dressed like she's a lead singer. I'm like, why she don't have no cape? Why does two have a cape and then one don't? Okay, it's weird. Now they were singing. Now this listen, okay. So again, because they're having to cover other parts, so they can't sing all the parts. Some of the parts you have to sing yourself. Okay, they have outfit changes. Okay, they got dancers and whatever. Whoever did Andrea's outfit, I hate you. I don't know who sold her outfit. Um, Audrey was is it Aubrey? No, Aubrey was absolutely lip syncing. D wasn't. And I don't think Andrea was either. But but I think she's also sick and whatnot because she did not go to the second show. But they have not been performing as a group for years. So this is the first show. And I saw a post on Twitter that said Ashley Miller. Ashley Miller was like, it looks like a high school performance in the auditorium. I was like, Now, it is because there are no, again, whoever made Andrea's outfit, I just didn't like it. Because I feel like I feel like maybe she's not as small as she used to be. So they're trying to, dress up her body. But I'm like, you still, it looked like it's a hula hoop around her outfit, around her waist, a small hula hoop, and I don't know why. D Woods is wearing and what Aubrey's wearing, just I felt like Andrea's outfit looked differently weird. But again, it was the first show they had or whatever. They sang all their songs or whatever. Again, Shannon is not there. Dawn is not there. They did say they love Dawn, they love Shannon or whatever. They both are just not in the head for them to be in the group. Again, Aubrey did miss the second show. So the second show, only D Woods and Andrea was at. And I said, now why y'all do that? That was different. So it's just them two in the LA show. So the same guy who did Tamar's tour, that gay guy, the black gay guy who Tamar ended up getting into an argument with because he exposed when Krishan Rock hit the background dancer, single lady, whatever. LaTroy. LaTroy is the one who is helping them do this tour. And I said, yeah, this looked like the tour Tamar did. Just meaning, okay. Just meaning one, I think once they get a couple of performers under their belt, I think once they find their group, it'll be better. I do think they need to work on their voices to figure out who need to sing Dawn and Shannon's parts, or they need to redo the songs to where versions. If you can't sing Dawn part and Shannon part, just do your own part. Okay, or child lip sync the whole thing. I don't know. But I'm happy they're back. I don't think I want to stream it. Now D Wood sounds good sometimes, but sometimes it's a no. Timbaland is going to have an AI artist. He said that any producer that is promoting AI artists, you suck balls. And I mean that in every way possible. I don't understand why any producer would want to promote an AI artist. That's the weirdest shit to me. I feel like there are so many talented human beings. Why would you want to have an AI generated artist? Tata, I don't know the damn name, a pink haired AI generated pop star. he created from AI. Music is dying. I don't like you. Jen Shaw's out of prison. Y'all, first of all, Jen Shaw from Housewives of Salt Lake City went to prison for scamming old people. Okay. She literally went to jail because she took advantage and scammed old people, like actual old people, out of their money. Okay. She went to prison for scamming, and I have a disdain for anybody that scam old people and children. So they're innocent. Okay. So I don't understand this whole, I think her family can be happy she's home or whatever, but we don't need to see that shit. Like, there should be no public celebration of all these random people hugging her at the fucking airport. Okay, go home. Go home some fucking way. Okay, so girl. Now, her husband was not in this celebration. I don't know who all these random people is. Her husband was only there for the actual pickup when she got out of the actual prison. That's her coming out here. That's her husband. And I think her sons are there as well. So this, I feel like, okay, yeah, her sons and her husband, that makes sense for them to be, oh, mom, oh, wife, we love you, you're home, we miss you. That's cool by me. Okay, but anything else is weird. Okay. I am not celebrating somebody who purposefully misled old people to make money. Okay. Okay. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Hold on. But she home now. And if you get a call from a random lady named Jen, don't trust her. Okay. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot trust old people. That's just weird. Okay. And we don't like it. Okay. Portia. I'm just scrolling now to all this stuff I had. Yes, old people. Actual old people is weird. Tammy Roman was on the Tamron Hall show. Now, remember, Tammy was talking to Candy. Hold on. About her daughter who was a lesbian.
I'm graduating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Getting my degree, and
she can't be in the
she can't be there.
She can't.
Do you get what I'm saying? My girlfriend can't be there.
Why? That's true.
Exactly. There's moments that my people have. Thank you. Let's speak about it. If we're going to speak about it, let's speak about it.
Be there.
And I knew not to even tell. I told her, but she knew. She was like, "Okay, I can't be there." Congrats.
With your other daughter.
Oh,
she's straight, right? Her boyfriend's in the past. She's never been allowed to bring her boyfriends around.
She would be.
And why is what's the difference?
Because thank you. I love it. Now we talking for what you did. You leaned in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I'm leaning in.
That was
fair.
Because there's something called confirmation bias, and when people think like you think or appear to be how you are, you're more drawn to those type of people. So my daughter is a heterosexual female.
He said this. I'm graduating.
Tammy gave that bullshit as an excuse. So I won Tamron Hall show because she had a whole bunch of backlash for her. People felt like Tammy was saying because her daughter is gay and has a girlfriend, she's not okay with the daughter who's gay girlfriend. For her daughter who's straight boyfriend is fine. Okay, so she had this to say.
I think, people misconstrued the entire conversation. To be clear, I'm very acclimated in the LGBTQ community, so much so I was there before there was a Q.
But that don't mean that you can also be biased against somebody in the LGBTQIA community.
And in that conversation, what I was trying to say, and maybe I didn't articulate it properly in the time,
was that love in and of itself takes time.
Yeah.
And relationships need space to grow and develop. My daughter Jazz had been with this person for like 2 months.
So you can be with somebody for 2 months or 50 years. What does it matter?
I felt like to bring that person into an intimate family moment was not a proper utilization of discernment. You don't even know if this person's going to be around for the long haul. And now 10 years from now, when you're looking at your graduation pictures and she's grinning and you upset, you know, we got to live with that.
You know how many people have pictures with their old exes that they were with for years? I have seen, look. I have seen many of old photographs of me with people, of my family with people, or even my family with their spouses who they have been with for years, and now they're not together. So Tammy trying to use the excuse of, well, they have been dating for 2 months. We know lesbians move fast, okay? And if I'm dating someone and I have been with them for 2 months, and I'm graduating, it's my notion that I love them right now, and I want them here for this. Because if by chance we do make it, and in 10 years they can say, see, baby, I'm not in any of your memories from our first 6 months. Me and our love story is blank because your mama ain't like me. Your mama saying, well, it was only 2 months, you know, but it ain't your choice. It ain't your event.
So it really was just about, you can't bring everybody to everything. And this is a time, baby, where I think, Mom, no, this may not be the moment. Now, a year from now, when that young lady's still around, come on around for Thanksgiving. Come on over. Right. You know, all of the things, because now you know the relationship is real.
Do you invite Kenny over? Because you was married to Kenny. Y'all have all kind of old thoughts and all kind of old events and all kind of old just memories of y'all together, but y'all are divorced now. So when people try to make those assumptions that you only should have these memories because, oh, you've been with them for a year. Okay, now it's real. Candy and Todd had 14 years together, divorced. Okay, you can't try to change the narrative to, oh, now it's really about how long they were together, not because she's gay. Because you also said that your other daughter who's straight, boyfriend can come and go, it ain't no issue. And if I want my girlfriend at my graduation, that's fine. She won't be in every single photo. Okay, she won't be in she may not want to be in none, but she's there. And even if it's one picture of her with me, that's my past. I have no photographs of my mom and my bio father, but one because it was long ago. Okay, however, because people didn't take pictures like that, but I feel like once you get older, you be like, you know, damn, I wish I had photographs of blah, 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 blah. Because it's a memory. You know what I'm saying? So tell me you full of shit. I love you.
I really was coming from a place of trying to protect hearts.
No, you weren't. At all. And to me, you trying to change what you said, how you said it, and what you meant, to me is a backtracking, backpedaling bullshit. Say what you said, because I'm not gonna be mean. It's just weird because you said it how you meant it, and the fact that your daughter also said, "Yeah, ma, let this," meaning y'all have already had that same conversation, and it had nothing to do with how long they had been together. It was because she was a lesbian. So Tammy, cut the shit. Okay, cut the shit. Now, Y'all take 30 good seconds. I need some more water. Okay. And y'all like the video. And we are back. Okay. What I want to go. Let's go to Shamia. Okay, let's go to Shamia. Shamia is filing a lawsuit. Okay, because she said back in 2024, she went to let's see, Pretty Faces Atlanta. Okay, and they burned her with a chemical peel. Now I have heard horror stories about people going to get those chemical pills or whatever, and it like fucking your face up or whatever. You have to be very, very careful. Okay, so she sued the doctors at Pretty Faces Atlanta. She said they negligently burned her during a chemical peel. It caused blistering, second-degree burns, and permanent scarring. So she posted the picture of her back. I was like, God damn. Now again, they also sometimes say that the chemical peels look way worse during the healing process and whatnot. I've seen some folks say it looks bad, and that's why when some folks get them, you can't like get one and then say, okay, I'm gonna go here in a day. It's like, no, you need time for your skin to heal and for it to peel. Now, to me, when someone says it's a chemical peel, bitch, that sound like your skin has to be burned off. The chemical makes your skin peel. Okay, so they filed a medical malpractice lawsuit against Jing Wong Harris, who was the doctor, and the prefaces and various other defendants. It happened on March 13th. It says she should have never undergone a chemical peel due to her diagnosis of Tina Viscular, a fungal condition. She said she should have been referred to a trained and qualified dermatologist for treatment. I'm gonna say this, and this is not in defense of them who photo her body. Before you go to a spa for stuff, you should always start with a dermatologist. You should not start with, like, I'm not going to get a mani-pedi and then expect them to tell me medically I should go somewhere else. They're not doctors. And sometimes folks say, oh, I'm an MD, but they are at a spa type of place that gives treatments for stuff, but they ain't really diagnosed no damn body. Okay, now again, I've seen pills in the past, and sometimes this is how it looks in the healing process. That's why I would never get one, because I don't want that. Okay, but she said that again, she should not have had it. It says she said that even if she did not have the fungal condition, the peel performed was and would be completely inappropriate. due to her African American skin. So hold on. I'm not laughing at her being burned, but her saying even if she did not have the fungal condition, the pill performed was and would be completely inappropriate due to her African American skin. You didn't look at that first? I feel like I'm always asking, is this okay for black skin? Or is this okay for my hair type? Is this okay for whatever I am? I would just ask, okay? But again, whatever. Says even if she had simple hyperpigmentation due to the lack of any skin prep and the attempt at pigment correction with medical grade skincare, much less aggressive treatments that was performed, the suit accused one of the third party defendants of using too strong of a chemical peel on her back and arms. Morton said the third party defendants performed the chemical peel without supervision, which resulted in second-degree burns, blistering, and permanent scarring. She claimed she cried in pain due to the sensation she was experiencing. So she was screaming so loud that the doctor heard her for the first day into the room where the procedure was being performed and when quite a what was going on. So again, you went somewhere where the damn doctor did not even know you were getting something done. To me, this sounds more like you went somewhere to get something done and you didn't do any kind of information grabbing to see what is being done, what's the procedure, what should happen. But her, since she was screaming so loud, the doctor for the first time that day entered the room where the procedure was being performed and inquired what is going on. When she said she was having a pain, he told her that she was being dramatic. She claimed that only after seeing the tears from her eyes, he applied an unknown solution from a spray bottle to her back. The doctor consulted, examined, or approved the treatment plan for Shamia prior to the application of the chemical peel. Child, look. Yeah, she might have to eat this because you're supposed to tell them about any condition you have. You also should always ask the questions, hey, what is, because look, even if you get a facial, a regular facial, you're supposed to ask them, how is this on black skin? How is this on whatever skin? You're supposed to ask those questions, or supposed to be a consultation for all that is discussed. It feel like she did not do her due diligence, neither did the doctor. That's fucked up what happened to her because, it was burns. But again, sometimes you have to also realize you can't go do all the stuff your white friends do. Or anyone who has a different skin type. Because even your black friends, because they might have a different skin tone than you. You know what I'm saying? Girl, and now you all burnt up. And for what? For nothing. Cardi B said, "Ho, leave me alone." Okay. So a lot of fans be talking stuff because Cardi and Stefan, when Cardi and Stefan first got together and they went public, they showed us a whole bunch of this and that. But recently, once Cardi announced her pregnancy, a little bit after the album came out, we did not or have not seen them together as much. And so she was responding to people who were saying, girl, is y'all together? Did they break up? Is it real? Is it fake?
A lot of you bitches been doing some weird ass videos and takes about me and shit. And this bitch is on TikTok. Not nobody. The bitch is on TikTok doing weird videos, and it's like, why her? Or he don't this, he don't that. But let me tell you something. Do you have a best friend? Do you have a best friend that you talk to every single day? And when you don't talk to your best friend, you crave talking to them?
Yeah.
That's me in a nigga's life. That's me in a nigga's life, but with good pussy. Imagine you having a best friend like me that stimulates your mind, that make you fucking laugh, and then fuck you to sleep.
Now, how do we get here? Now, fuck, I'm a girl.
Imagine having that. That's me, bitch. And then on top of that, a bad bitch. Bad bitch. Bad bitch. Your bitch walk in the room, everybody looking at your bitch.
Are you at a restaurant? Talk like that? I hear dishes and stuff.
Not because I'm famous and everything. I'm just a bad bitch, head to fucking toe. Hair, polish. Face, polish. Body, on deckity. Outfit on deck. Me, bitch. Don't be questioning. Don't be asking, bitch. It's evident that I'm just that bitch. Okay?
Okay.
Bitch, don't ever fucking do no fucking videos asking why this, why that, bitch. Don't see me and when y'all don't see me and this nigga and this and that, like, that's because we're busy. Bitch, it's football season. Okay? I'm gonna be out the crib at 6 a.m. and be coming back at 7 p.m. Okay?
So they live together. But you know, when you live with somebody, you don't really want to always post what's going on in the house.
With a bonnet on. With my son. Being a wife. Having a tea party in Boston. You know what I'm saying? So this relationship, y'all not gonna get a lot from me. Y'all not gonna get a lot from me. Y'all see us when y'all see us. Just know that we that. Y'all see us when y'all see us. Y'all, I'm gonna keep y'all wondering. I'm gonna keep y'all guessing because you know what? No matter if I'm happy, no matter if I'm what, no matter if it is, you motherfuckers, y'all gonna have something bad to say.
I feel like it's because her offset was so public that she does not want anyone to be like, gotcha, bitch. Okay, y'all was together smiling today and now y'all broken up, whatever. I don't know. What I do feel is sometimes just don't say shit. You know, sometimes just stay real quiet, leave it be, don't give them too much, but don't even tell them, oh, I got good cooch and I make them laugh. I cook them food. Just don't say nothing. Because we don't want shit to pop up later.
But, bitch, don't ever play me like I'm not that fucking bitch. You know I'm that bitch. Your nigga knows I'm that bitch.
That's your friend. Cardi said, that's my man. He come home, I make him laugh, leave you alone, bitch. Diddy. Okay. We kept wondering, how did 50 Cent, how did the Netflix Puff documentary get the footage of Puff that he recorded while making his own, or trying to make his own documentary? Michael is it Oakley's? Okay, explain how 50 Cent and Netflix got the footage. He said for 2 years, for over 2 years, we have been working on a product profiling Sean Combs. The footage in question was not released by me or anyone authorized to handle Sean Combs materials. It was by a third party who covered for me for 3 days while I was out of state. This incident had nothing to do with any fee disputes or contract issue. The actions of the parties involved reflect the lack of integrity every storyteller should uphold. Taking footage intended for our project to advance a narrative that was not our own is both unethical and unacceptable. So again, first of all, What? So for 2 years. Is it 2 years worth of content out somewhere that we waiting on? I also feel like if you hired a third-party videographer to record stuff for Diddy and them for those days, I feel like legally, how would they even be able to give access to that footage to anybody else if they were still working under the contract you had making stuff for Diddy? Now, I get it if they're saying, well, no one gave up the footage based on Diddy owner's money. I get if they're saying there was no lack of payments that made us give it up to whoever else. If they're saying, well, all that really happened was someone else were the only ones in possession of those, the 6 days leading up to Puff's arrest. If only those days is what that person had access to. I mean, I wouldn't give anyone else access to those days. It's Puffy. It's Puffy. And again, if for 2 years y'all made all this other content, well, where is that? Because once I know that 50 Cent is making content about me, if I know I have 2 years worth of stuff, I'm going to say, well, put this out for me. So again, he's alleging, this person who was supposedly the actual videographer, that it had nothing to do with the way it didn't come from him, for one. It also wasn't about him not being paid. Well, child, it should have been. It really should have been, because if not, it's like, what the fuck? Okay. 50 was responding to folks say he's petty. Is 50 petty? Yes, he is.
Characterize it as a hit piece in the very beginning is because they didn't get a chance to watch it, when they were saying that. And then after they see it, you see everyone's changed their mind and it becomes the number one dog.
But also someone calling it a hit piece was a statement from Diddy's team. So, I mean, what's your response to Diddy's team? Of course, they're going to probably have an opinion. And then what's your opinion on people that just say that you're petty? Are you petty?
I accept that. I'll take that. I'll wear that. I'm fine. Like I have antics that I've become comfortable with on social media because of the usage of social media. That's just that. You know what I mean? Like, but when they look at, they'll say me deciding to go on ABC.
That's petty. He went on a full-fledged nationwide promotional tour. That is, it's also great marketing, but it's a bit petty.
Petty. The morning show is the biggest show. Yeah. These people, they came from. It's a great opportunity to be on that actual platform, but they looked at it further and said it's airing in prison, so this would be why I would like to do that. And it didn't come across as a reason not to. Of course, I was aware that it would be airing.
So you did it because you knew that he was sitting in prison. Petty. Okay. 50 Cent is petty. Petty, petty, petty. Now, I also saw something here where he said that he did, because I did wonder if he talked to Cassie, because in the documentary, we do see the footage of Cassie being abused in that hotel footage scene. It says what he say. I think he's going to understand it for the sense of Cassie's reaction to the series. It was important that I spoke to her to understand how things transpire. He also confirmed conversation with her husband, Alex Fine. I had a conversation with her and her husband. We had separate individual communication. When you hear things multiple times from different people, it rings true. So again, I'm happy he at least talked to her, because there's nothing worse than someone else using your pain for their gain and not even acknowledging what you, especially if you're using video footage of you being abused. So any type of conversation he had with her or her husband, that is fine. I think is great. Again, do not get it twisted. 50 Cent is still a trolling, petty, troublesome individual, but that does not negate the fact that Diddy did that shit. Portia. So we discussed Portia, I think Tuesday, and I said then that Portia is consistently switching herself to be who she wants to be for dating purposes or whatever. So she was talking on the red carpet of a Times event, and I'm living my truth. I have to live my truth.
Well, I've been in reality TV for 10 plus years. Okay. But yes, this was definitely different for obvious reasons. And I just wanted to continue to live in my truth. I didn't want to hide any parts of me. I felt like if I did hide it and it had to be caught somewhere, it just wouldn't feel authentic. So for me, I want to live in my truth. And so in doing that, I have found someone who I really enjoy getting to know, and it's been great.
Whenever I want to live my truth, I'm like, what does that matter? Like, what does that mean? Does that mean you've been lying? No, she didn't. Portia still has to be blocked. I can still see her stuff though. Okay, I because one other blog post she do. Okay, I have access to a separate IG account. Okay, that I can pull up her stuff. Okay, so there's that. There's that. But I also feel Portia she'll probably never unblock me because look, it is not that I don't like Portia. It's that I don't think Portia likes Portia. Because when Portia do dumb shit and folks comment about, because again, I never go to Portia's page and say nothing. I wasn't even following Portia. I keep my commentary for my own social media and all that stuff. Okay. But I might, and again, I know that she blocked me, and I'm like, wait a minute, I wasn't even following you. Anyway, but yeah, Portia and her living in my truth. I feel like, but what does that mean?
Well, I've been in reality TV for 10 plus years. Okay. But yes, this was definitely different for obvious reasons. And I just wanted to continue to live in my truth. I didn't want to hide any parts of me. I felt like if I did hide it and it had to be caught somewhere, it just wouldn't feel authentic. So,
so when you was dating Simon, that lady husband, and you was hiding that, you didn't want anyone to feel like, that was fake. I want to be sure that they know that I really like vagina now. I may not eat vagina, okay, but I like someone who has a vagina and a strap on.
Well, for me, I want to live in my truth. And so in doing that, I have found someone who I really enjoy getting to know, and it's been great.
I'm getting to know her. Okay, we're eating sushi together. We are probably scissoring like sisters in a circle. How's that? And I'm just, I'm a pillow princess. Yeah, to me, this is a storyline for Portia. And I don't see Portia and this lady, being together for the next 10 years. I don't. Because Portia don't know who the fuck Portia, she don't know at all. Okay. But Portia said, I'm living in my truth. Because anything else will be a lie, like the rest of her life. Okay. I want to touch on Candace. Now, Monique, from the Potomac Housewives. She's back this season or whatever. She's been doing a couple of interviews, and on an interview, I think we discussed it on. Did we discuss it already, Charlie? Let me see. Hold on. Monique was. Where is it? I wonder if I know the right one where Monique was asked the question.
A moment from last night's Watch What Happens Live when you were asked about reconciliation with Candace.
Yes.
You managed to find it with Giselle.
Yeah.
Why isn't there a chance for it with Candace?
Well, Giselle and I never really had an off-camera relationship. We didn't have a friendship that we were trying to develop off camera. So it's a little bit difficult when you're nurturing off camera friendships. And then when you get on camera and that person completely flips things or twists things and projects what they're doing onto you. It's like we had something that was supposed to be real within the reality TV space. So with that, Giselle has always showed me who she was, so whatever she presented, I believed it, even if we bumped heads. So what I don't like is the double face. I don't like when you're showing me one way and then when you're around some other people, I'm always going to say the same exact thing that I told you in private. I'm going to say it in public, people that are like that.
So there was a deeper sense of betrayal.
There was a piece of her talking on Watch What Happens Live. And when someone asked her, hey, can you and Candace ever fix whatever? And she said, well, no, a lot of times, you don't have to fix something that never was. Me and her were never really friends. So there's no need to rekindle, rehash, refix. That was, 5 years prior. I'm good. So Candace, in the end, she did not say it in a mean way, in my opinion. She did not say it in a messy way. It was just clearly saying, hey, there's nothing for us to fix. I can't fix nothing with her because there's no point in going backwards. Okay. And I fully agree that it's okay to not go backwards. But Candace was on her podcast channel. She had this to say.
Apologize to you. And I couldn't help
She
it.
has?
That's what that was in the clip. I don't think because based on what you said, I don't think you felt like you got that actual apology, and I don't recall it either. So maybe yes.
I mean, I have PTSD from the entire experience. So
even if you have PTSD, there's clear footage at the reunion of Monique saying the fight had nothing to do with Candace. It was Monique's own issues. It was her being aggravated and she just popped. A fight happened, but she also said, I take full accountability for my point in this, and I apologize to you if you want to receive it. And Candace ignored her.
Oh, it's possible that I could be misremembering, but I do not recall ever receiving an apology from that girl.
Even calling her that girl, and again, I fully understand, you not wanting to be friendly or be cordial with someone who you had a physical altercation with, but it's been 5 years. It wasn't a full-fledged fight. It was a tussle. Okay, it was a tussle. It was a full-on tussle that you fully participated in. Okay.
I mean, and I see a lot of clips of her talking about how she was unhealed. I'm paraphrasing, but how she was unhealed and much of her behavior was because she was an unhealed girl, which
again, calling a grown woman girl is just immature. And it also, to me, shows why Candace should not be back on Potomac, because the show is already messy. And if she's not healed herself, her coming back, would it be more of the same bullshit?
Okay, child. After we all got pain. She said she's apologized. It all like reeks to me of like skirting around real accountability. Mostly because, like you said, if you wanted to apologize to me, you would have and could have called me directly.
Bitch, I ain't calling you. I ain't calling you. We did not have a off-camera friendship. Bitch, I met you at work. Okay, we are coworkers. And so I met you at work. I fought and tussled with you at work. I said sorry at work. I'm not calling you and saying nothing. Again, Candace, to me, has played the victim route so long that she doesn't get that she's holding on for no fucking reason. And she looks immature because Monique has not only owned the wrong she did in it, she took 5 years to go sit down some damn where and fix herself. Whereas Candace still comes off the same immature, spoiled child that she did back in season 5. And that's sad. And that's not to, and that doesn't mean that if someone did something that hurt you, that you aren't allowed to feel hurt by it, but you can't be acting as if it just happened last week. That means you haven't grown from it. You haven't looked and see, you know what? Damn, I did antagonize that girl. That was the part I played in it. It doesn't negate what Monique did. It does not excuse Monique's actions. But Monique was mature enough to realize what she did wrong that caused that tussle. And she's acknowledged her wrongdoing in that tussle. And I think the reason Monique says that there's no point in trying to rekindle, rehash, or fix shit with Candace is because she probably knows Candace is still that same immature, childish individual because you're up here shading someone who has not shaded you. She isn't even in that same headspace she was 5 years ago. And again, Candace does not owe Monique nothing. However, she's giving herself a disservice by not growing from the tussle.
I'm not now, nor have I ever been with none of this show shit, this camera shit, like this. Oh, I wanted to apologize, but I wanted to save it for this camera or that camera.
Girl, we tussled on camera. I met you on camera. I said sorry on camera. You cried on camera. You played victim on camera. You yelled and fussed and cussed on camera so you can have your reaction on camera. But I can't have mine. You can be the victim of it on camera. But I can't want to speak my piece on camera.
That to me is a crock of shit. Like when you inflict real live pain on people and real live trauma on people, you need to offer a real live apology that does not need to involve cameras.
So you can cry on camera. You can show how you feel on camera. But you want me to come kiss your ass privately so that folks can then say, well, Monique never said sorry.
So it's just all of these conversations about me or that involve me or are me adjacent.
And again, she was asked 2 questions. Once on Watch What Happens Live when someone said, what is your and Candace's relationship? She said nothing, it was that. And then the follow-up question on this show that we just watched a second ago, Monique has not been having a continuous Candace conversation. She hasn't.
It's I don't take it, I don't consider it as remorse or apologetic. And I also think it's cute because I don't really see her out in the public much speaking unless she is talking about me.
That's why I don't like Candace. I just want to show, because someone made sure to show Monique's apology during season 5.
Is that my dad would put his...
I want to kind of skip, so I want to play it all or whatever, because then they'd be funny acting or whatever. Was it this one? Hold on. So Monique fully addressed the reason she had her reactions.
Basically, like, it was a very, like, a bullying type of gesture. So I never realized that was why that was something that was such a trigger for me. She took me back to a place when I was a child where I could not stand up to my dad and say, "Get your hand out my face." That's why everything happened the way.
Again, Candace is fully there in the scene, ignoring Monique's conversation because she's a child, full on a quiet tantrum.
It happened. I take full responsibility for my part and my actions in the altercation. That fight wasn't about you. Nothing that you said or did in that moment warranted the response that you received.
Nothing you said, nothing you did warranted what you got. So she's acknowledging in full what she did, why she did it, that by someone hand in the face, it triggered, it was a trigger. Again, you never know what triggers people. Her putting her finger in my face took me back to my dad, like being mean and abusive and, disrespectful to me. And I fucking snapped.
I offer you my apology. I'm sorry for the pain that you're still going through and the fact that you still haven't healed from it. And I hope you're able to heal and move forward.
So Monique fully apologized during the reunion. And look, this is the thing. Even because let's also remember, the fight happened. They filmed the rest of the season. They filmed the reunion. It's not as if Candace and her got into their tussle, and then in 2 days she was having to talk to Monique. It had been like a couple months. And again, that is from 5 seasons ago. So even if you did not watch the tussle happened, the fact that you don't realize that the person who tussled with you fully acknowledged her wrongdoing and not only apologize for her actions, but also said, "I'm sorry that you are traumatized by what happened, and I hope you can heal from it." And that's why sometimes you say, "You know what? I said sorry. I apologized. I even went away for 5 years. Ain't said shit about that lady." And Candace also knows when anyone comes back to a show, whatever happened the last time they were there is going to be discussed. So of course, when she does interviews, people are going to ask her about about the fights, her and Candace, whatever, her and Chris. Like, she's addressing all that little stuff. But I'm like, Candace responding how she did really shows how she hasn't grown in 5 seasons. Yeah, she's still married. Yeah, she is a mom now, but she's still a broken child who can't acknowledge someone did something to you, but they also said sorry. you know, and I'm with Monique. I'm not, we don't have nothing. And the reason being because I said sorry to that bitch, and she still chooses to be rude to this day. Okay? Anyway. It be some bullshit, y'all. For no real reason. Am I done? Did I finish, everybody? I got candles. Because I'm gonna probably go live tomorrow too. Because I have other stuff in here. I'm gonna do this last story. Mainly because I feel like Kelly Osbourne is full of shit. And I mean that respectfully. Okay. So Kelly Osbourne looks different. And Kelly Osbourne is playing go gadget legs like we can't see how fast she's running away from her truth. Okay. Now, I am also aware that she used to suffer from, I think, bulimia when she was younger, because she was a thick teenager. Okay. But then she had surgery. She lost weight, and she looked different. But she trying to play dumb. Y'all can't see my thighs. And I'm like, ma'am, you look different currently. Okay, currently.
Mean comments are helping nobody. They're just making you feel big and clever and like you have achieved something, but all you've achieved is being a bully. It's sick. Like, you're mentally ill. Another thing that is strange is that you compare photos of me now at 41 years old to a picture of me when I was 18 years old.
You look different today than you did 3 years ago.
People's faces change when you grow older.
This is true.
And one more thing, and I'll just get off my soapbox. The thing that I find the most disappointing in all of this is that most of the comments are coming from grown-ass women. Women that say they're counselors, women that are mothers, women who look like they have mean comments are helping, who look like they have weight struggles of their own.
Not fat people.
And it's absolutely...
So when anyone says they look like they stuck with their weight, that means fat people.
Devastating that women can't...
I mean, how can you be fat and talk about me and my body?
Don't support other women. They'd rather tear them down when their dad just died.
Not using your daddy. Don't use it. Look, death does cause stress. And sometimes you don't eat, or you overeat, or you overshop, or you burn the house down. I don't know. But you can't be out here using your dead dad like, oh, my dad just died. Yes, and may he rest in peace.
It's disgusting. And I've had enough of it. So go fuck yourself.
And if my dad has died, I don't give a fuck with nobody on social media saying, because I'm so consumed with my dad not being here, bitch, I can't even read your comments.
Who look like they...
So this was Kelly in 2021. Okay, still thin. She lost the weight, looks healthy. This is her in 2025. So people were commenting saying you look pretty thin. But if you recall, even her mama, at some point looked pretty, small. You know what I'm saying? And folk felt like, girl, what is you doing? What is going on here? So to me, their family has a tendency, hold on, the family has a tendency to just look different, and sometimes it's jarring when you be like, is she okay? And you should not judge them by how they look. But because we know when Chadwick came out looking thin, we worried. Like, what's going on, Chad? What's going on? And he was sick and he died. And we're sad. I'm still sad to this day. Okay. However, I feel like, even Sharon, who's older, but even I'll be like, is she okay? Is she all right? So Kelly really be acting like, oh, I look like I always looked. And it's like, I think people's point is, ma'am, you were already slim. And now you just look even more slimmer. And people just wonder, are you okay? Now, whoever this person is that put a fucking skeleton for, not a skeleton. That's not saying why would you do that? Who would put a fallen skeleton? But I do feel like when you feel like somebody is, you can see the bones because you have extreme weight loss and extreme weight gain. It can go both ways. So the same way as if she came out in 2 weeks and she weighed 200 more pounds, folks may say, well, she okay. But I mean, we not gonna act like anyone's comparing you from your teenage years. I think folks are comparing you to how they've seen you recently within the past couple of years, and how they remember you had an eating disorder in the past, and it could be. And now some folks are probably an asshole, but you're not gonna act like we tripping. You ain't gonna act like we just like, girl, you used to weigh 200 pounds and now you 2 pounds. It's like, no, Kelly hasn't been fat in years. Okay. Kelly had the weight loss surgery years ago and, lost the weight and kept it off and looked pretty healthy. But recently, I think the point is you've lost even more. And again, it could be stress related. That's a good excuse. However, you look smaller. And I think people just want to be sure that you're okay. Because even here, okay, this is November of 2024. She looks fine here. You know what I'm saying? And this from November 21st, so a little over a year ago. You know what I'm saying? She looks okay here. She doesn't look emaciated here. She also doesn't look obese here. You know what I'm saying? So when you go from looking just like, okay, she had the weight loss surgery. She lost the weight. She's kept it off and whatnot. And, it's fine. Hell, Jelly Roll is skinnier now than he was here because he had the damn surgery. Okay? So don't do that, Kelly. Don't you do it. Again, no one's saying this Kelly from the 1990s. Was it not the 90s? It had to be the 2000s, okay? No one is saying teenage, pink hair, chubby face, because Jack was fat and, you know what I'm saying? Jack and you was thickums. You know what I'm saying? No one's saying that, Kelly. But you and Jack both look great. Just saying. Just so again, you can't make it seem like anyone is overreacting to how you look now. And like they're only comparing you to how you looked as a child. That's not true. Okay. I'm just, again, I like to show receipts. When I talk shit, I'm like, no, because look. Okay. No one was discussing how you look when you lost weight. Like it was, oh my God, y'all, she's too thin. What's happening? What's going on? And if your father passing away has triggered any unhealthiness and people notice it because you look emaciated, that's not us being assholes. Now, some folks may be assholes, but that's not us making something out of nothing. Just saying. Okay. So, yeah. Even her face here makes me wonder, are you okay? Are you? Because if your dad passed away, has caused you to have whatever, mental block to where you can't eat. Okay, you can't eat now and it's affecting how you look. Well, then okay. Because we're not going, it ain't this Kelly or that Sharon. Okay. But you look different, my love. You do. You do. You do. You do. And it, and again, okay. Anyway. Kelly said, fuck y'all. Kelly said, forget y'all. Y'all play too much. Kelly said, get out my cooch. Get out my face. Okay. Kelly said, y'all play. I look fine. Okay. Kelly said, it ain't me, it's y'all. Kelly said, leave my skinniness alone. Okay. She said, I don't need no help, ho. I said, okay, Kelly. But no one's comparing you to your 18-year-old self. We're comparing you to you 3 years ago. Okay. And now we can see your bones. I'm done. I hope y'all enjoyed today. I tried my best to get y'all a good show. We've been just almost 2.5 hours of a show, child. A very chaotic thumbnail because I felt like it was a chaotic day and stuff. So y'all make sure to please like the video, subscribe to my channel, go watch the other content up. I still have to record Bel Air and All's Fair again because my recording that I did yesterday was messed up. So I have to redo it. And so that will be up probably Saturday. Probably sometime Saturday. And whatnot. But yeah, I'll come back on live tomorrow. I'm pretty sure somebody will do something for me to complain about. To come live tomorrow at 9 p.m. But I hope y'all had a good time. I did. And I love y'all. Now, y'all like the video. Okay, comment and all that good stuff. You can follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on everywhere. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.